Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is a very fast video. I'm going to decorate up my mailbox for winter. I am going to use a red bow, and I'm going to morph away to where I made this very quick 8-loop funky bow. So I'll be right back after you see that small tutorial. I do like half the bow and then I speed through the rest. I'll be right back. Okie dokie guys, here we are in the house here. I'm going to do a real quick funky bow. It's going to be an 8-loop funky bow. I'm going to go 2 loops up from center and 2 loops down from center throughout the entire bow, and it's going to be the same color all the way through. I cut these strips at 24 inches long, and I'm going to make my loops 5.5 inches. Of course, as always, I go back to that back tail and twist. And there's my first loop. So again, we're going to go 2 loops up, 2 loops down. Very quick little bow that's going to make a big old statement out there on my mailbox. So 2 up and then 2 down throughout the entire bow, making the loops 5.5 inches, twisting that back tail every time. And 5.5. And we're halfway through. Two up, 2 down. I'll be back when I'm done doing the rest of the bow. And there we go. And I'm going to put one, I don't think this is long enough, one long loop because I'm going to use this to tie this on to and around the mailbox post. So I need it to be kind of long. I don't know exactly how long, so I'm just going to give myself a good amount. And I'm going to go ahead and with the right side up against the bow, I'm going to go ahead and just put that about halfway through into the pipe cleaner. Take your pipe cleaner, go to about halfway, and take half of it down and half of it up. Use the hand that you're making the bow with as resist, or you're holding the ribbons with as resistance, and twist. And there we go, with a very pretty, quick 8-loop funky bow. And of course, the most important part of any bow is to fluff. So get your hands down in those loops and pull them forward. I like to pull them forward and fluff. And then I will finish fluffing it more when I get it out on the mailbox and get it tied up against the mailbox. So, and I'll switch, pull these tails around and in and make them pretty out there. All right, I'll meet you back out at the mailbox. Okie dokie. So there you can see, I made that red bow really quickly. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the bow on, and then you see I have my Never Wet here because it's wintertime especially, and it's probably going to rain. And you can get this off of Amazon, that's where I get it, and it's for fabric or flowers. I am not using any berries out here. Instead, I just grabbed up some old pomegranate blooms that I had from fall, and I'm going to stick them in just to give a pop of red. As you can see, my mailbox cover has the red cardinal, so I wanted a little bit of red. As you can see, I've already put the mailbox cover on, and we hung a trio of snowmen on 2 little hooks that we have screwed in underneath this. And you can get these signs at Piper Classic. I think I've said that before. PiperClassics.com, that's where I get these signs. Well, I've had these signs for years and years, but that's where I've got them, and they still have them. Just do a search for hanging signs. All right, Chris is doing the videoing, so he's gonna move in. I'm gonna tie the bow on first, and then these are just the flowers that I used last year, and had sprayed them with Never Wet, and you're gonna see I'm gonna be using the same flowers again, and you'll see how well this Never Wet works. So anyway, let me put this down real quick here. I'm gonna tie the bow on first. And get around here. I can put my scissors somewhere. And we grab the two larger lengths of ribbon. And then, actually, I'm going to turn it around. Maybe Chris can come around here so he can see how I just tie this bow on. And I do this just the way I do every other bow. Tie this bow on, you know, just like I do on my lanterns. Left over right, the left strip over the right strip, and pull it tight. And get somebody to lend you their finger. The hand is here to help, as always. And then make a loop, and then loop the other strip around. Make a loop with your left hand, come around it with your right, twist it so you have the right side coming out, and there you go. And of course I gotta make it pretty, even though probably nobody but us sees it. And then I do cut up the tails into a dovetail. Alrighty. There we go. Next thing is this is like the trash from last year. See, I did have berries out here. Well, actually they held up pretty well. I usually don't suggest that you spray Never Wet. I may have just avoided the berries. And this looks like the only berry I have left. So let me look through here. No, I have more red berries. All right, so we'll do the red berries and just avoid the red berries when I spray the Never Wet. Let's see what the world I had here. Okay, you can see the blue matches the. And again, I'm just gonna make a little bit of an arrangement here. I don't really have. Let's see. Okay. In fact, I think I have one back here. I really don't know how I had this last year. I'm just winging it here, you guys. Go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spray it. I got to come out here and fluff this bow, obviously. But I'm going to go ahead and spray. Let me get the bow fluffed. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and spray the Never Wet. For fabric. That's it. And let me stick some red berries in here and we'll be done. stand back and look at it a little bit. I think it's looking pretty good. Alrighty guys, I think that'll do it for the winter mailbox. Yay, looks pretty. Alrighty. You don't have to use much, as you can see, just to spiff up your mailbox. Now, I know not everybody has a trough in the back like this, but you know, even if you just put a bow around it and put a little flag on it or put a mailbox cover on it, you know, it just says welcome to your house. Now, I will say, in our other house, our mailbox was across the street. I never did anything to it over there because I had to walk across the street to go get my mail, and I just didn't feel like it was welcoming to them, to the neighbors, you know, if I did that. So I understand that that is some people's, you know, situation too. But when we moved here, we were really lucky, and we have a mailbox in front of our house, and I think our builder made a mistake because nobody else has a trough like this. And he said, oh, I got the same mailbox as everybody else. And another guy said, no, you didn't. And I said, I'm glad he did, because I have a little trough to decorate with which to decorate. So I was happy. But anyway, I hope y'all like this little real quick one here, and I hope all is well with everyone. And for those of you who are struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, spending their days with you, helping you get through each day, making each day the very best that it can be. I hope you have nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around. And I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And remember, in crafting, there are no mistakes, only unique creations. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye. Mwah.